What up, everybody? Today, trending topics. Talk a few things that's in the news, or I should say the world stage. You know, we in this matrix, man. Going crazy. Hot one minute, cold the next, but that's the reality that we in. You know what I mean? So today, we're holding the vibe. Alright? And I will catch you on the other side of the intro. Please, hit that subscription button if you haven't. And if you're new to the channel, drop a comment if you're vibing. You know what I'm saying? CLP, Walk and Talk 2025. Like, share, subscribe. Big up to yourself. John style. What up, everybody? How all is doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope we get back on track sooner or later. So you can add to your thing, you know what I mean? John style. Hey, today's like a trending topic kind of talk. Because, man, there's so much stuff going on, but you already know how the world stage is. A lot of stuff always going on. So give us stuff to hold the vibe on, you know what I mean? When we're taking the time off, when we get out of work, have a day off, when we're chilling, tap in. CLP's holding the vibe, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you're new, subscribe, hit me up. It helps a ton. Get my subscription growing, get this channel going. You know what I'm saying? But man, there's a lot of things going on. What hit the news this week? Diddy. They say he's getting out in 2028. You know? So with his time served, plus the 3 years, that's 4 years and some time, right? And a little bit over. Hey, bad boy for life. So you do things, you do the crime, you do the time. Ain't that the saying that we all know and grew up with? Hey, Diddy's showing the proof. You know what I'm saying? So hey, he got, so what do you gotta do? He's a billionaire in jail. I guess multi-millionaire, because I'm pretty sure he had to spend a pretty good penny, you know, just to get to the court cases. Now, the foolio trials is started. And first out the gate is the setup chick, Lisa Andrews. At least that's what I'm thinking. She's a setup chick. But see the narrative where they're going? She was just out there with a man, chilling on vacation. She didn't know what they were up to. That's her defense, y'all. Even though, of course, they're going through her social media pages, pictures with people's, questionable people's, you know? What y'all think? Is she gonna be found guilty? Or is she gonna get off a little bit? Or just get a little couple years because she was, you know what I mean? Riding around. Her phone got all the evidence when they were tracking Foolio that day. And the last call to the killers when he was at his party. All that is in evidence. But she said she was just on vacation. You know, she ride out with her man and shit. While they were on the other ideas. And y'all see what happened. That's crazy. So that Foolio trial and she's up. Now them other guys, they cooked all the evidence. everything recorded, video evidence. They cooked, you know. That's the tie-out, man. The psychological operation. But what's going on in the streets? What's going on in the hoods? You see all the beefing, all the warring. They're all chasing the same paper, right? Nothing to say, man. That's crazy. But look where that leads to, though. And she's pregnant. Did she give birth? I think she did, right? But hey, she got herself in a crazy situation. And let's see what they say. But when the other guys get up there, you already know, man. What can they do? What the defense gonna be like? Don't show that. But this is the reality, yo. The choices you choose. It's all about choice, because all you have is choices in reality, in life. Decisions, because every choice you make leads you to the next position you're gonna be in. If you have the idea and the places and position you want to be in, because if you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? And that's life itself, because you gotta live with purpose, live with meaning, intentions. Everything you want, you will get. At what price, though? Now, this is life, yo. This is our journey. This is our experience. You know? Everybody got a story, and Hollywood mimics that. You know? Hollywood mimics that in the movies, in the form of tales, in the form of the propaganda. Because you know, propaganda helps steer society, lead society a certain way, when certain characters act in a certain way. You know what I mean? November 1st, big step. A program started in the 30s from the Depression. Then the Senate came back in the 60s. I heard the Black Panther has something to do with that as well, helping to feed the community. The government took it and ran with it for a nationwide situation, but there's stipulations behind that SNAP, EBT, and the government assistance. Did you know back in the day, women had to be single mothers? Fathers had to move out the house for the women to get that assistance? Why? What was going on here? Because there's always been job shortage, always been problems, struggles. You know? Always been. And now, November 1st, 2025, MAGA, with the Make America Great Again situation, they're gonna cut off the snaps, man. No more food stamps. How long? I gotta do some research, but ain't nobody getting no bread. They're still collecting the tax money, though. It's not like they're lowering the taxes, no. They're still collecting it. But the people that need assistance, people that is getting assistance, they're not gonna get it. I've been seeing people going crazy on TikTok. I've been seeing clips of people sharing their opinion. Destabilize the country, man. Make it go crazy. Make it go up. And on top of that, they're tinkling with the foods. From stopping farmers growing their crops so they can grow it in the lab and in their factory settings. Tinkling with seeds. Goes so fruits, naturally organic grown with seeds, so we can replenish and grow another tree. Now there's no more seeds. They done engineered, tinker with the fruits, so you got seedless and natural organic seeds. Now the natural organic costs way more than the seedless, because this is fake stuff that they're making so they can have abundance more, make more money, right? In their business concept. And who heard of this? 3D printed meat. while I'm hearing this, I'm seeing Arby's coming out with some beef nuggets. Chicken nuggets been around forever. So Arby's gotta be the one to come with beef nuggets? 3D printed meat? Huh? Y'all notice how chicken breasts be funny? Lines, strips, like it's like strips layered upon strips. AI is running everything, but how do you 3D print meat? So first, you have to grow the meat. You have to grow the slab. What, a slab of breast? A chunk of beef over here? The sirloin steaks over there, a big chunk. Right? And I'm not talking a cow, chicken, whatever. I'm talking about the slice of steak itself. The chunk that you see in the store, they grow that in the lab. Start off in a petri dish because they get the culture from the one cow they see over there, so, or the one cow, the couple cows they have in the pen. They go to the back, take the cultures, throw in the petri dish, and do their science thing. And now you have a slab of ribs growing. You have chicken breast growing, chicken legs growing. All the different parts growing individually in their own room, in their own freezer room, whatever the case is. However they science it, and then they bag it up and sell it to these supermarkets or sell it to us people. That's what's going on, because they're gonna take the slab of beef, chicken, whatever they want to make, right, and print out, put it in a machine that's controlled, computerized. And whoever seen that cartoon, Clouded with a Chance of Meatballs? You know how we came up with that machine and it was spitting out food? Now that's the reality. They're printing out these chicken nuggets, these beef nuggets, beef steak, sirloin steak, chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken wings. Remember a year or two ago when there were a wing shortage? Did the machine break? Remember, I was asking the question, right? How do they have all this meat to cover all these supermarkets, all these corner stores all across America? Do they have farms everywhere? So these stores open 7 days a week. Supermarkets 7 days a week. Shelves are stocked. Freezer is stocked every morning. How do they have so much? And now they're talking about 3D printing meat, so they letting it out slowly. Remember, in the top of 2000, they started cloning meat. So what, the cloning takes too much? Takes too long? So what, the clone meat is the organic now? And when they clone it, they go print it? I can see the rooms now spread it out with all the different types of meat. That's science for you. But guess what? We are in the matrix system, ain't we? You don't know what's real. There's reality, there's virtual reality. They're working on holograms. You know? Well, this the reality we in, y'all. Channel Star. Walk and Talk 2025. CLP. Holding the vibe. Trending topics. What's going on? Hey, today was a light day, you know what I mean? But we cover all bases. At least we try to. On this Walk and Talk. Year 2025. You know what I mean? So like, share, and if you're vibing, drop a comment. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button. And I will catch you on the next vibration. CLP is all love.